kind of dance I do now, I see it as an expression of who I am, and it's like a synthesis of all my training and all my dance and movement and expressive skills. I see it as dance theater, and I think that concept probably doesn't give a clear picture of what it is I'm doing, but it's using myself and everything I know to express something aesthetically and creatively. You use body, you use movements, everyday movements, you use sound, you use like voice, you use memories, emotions, images. You put these things together. I mean, the hope is you can put these things together in an interesting enough way that, at least as a performer, that the audience can get something about you and something about themselves. I grew up in Harlem, 129th, between 5th and Lenox, 3 or 4 blocks from 125th Street. To high school at Brooklyn Tech. I thought I was going to be an engineer when I was a kid, and when I got there, I decided, technical stuff wasn't my thing. When I was young, I was always into moving because I was into sports and played basketball. In fact, that's how I got into college, basketball scholarship. When I was 15, 16 years old, there was a big Latin music and dance craze in Harlem, salsa and so on. And I was really heavy into that. I remember they loved dancing. I loved going out. I loved being dressed up and hanging out. But at this particular time, I never saw myself as a dancer, because I guess I had a view of dance being ballet and modern dance and jazz dance, taking classes and training in leotards and tights and all that stuff. Okay, I was in college in the 60s. And I got heavily involved in the drug scene, in the heroin business, as a user, as a dealer. And I'm certain that, took whatever the last bit of hopes I had from becoming a professional basketball player away. I can't remember any one moment that triggered my wish to become a dancer. It seemed like it was a series of things somehow. I had a girlfriend who was a dancer, and she was always trying to get me to take dance classes, and I had a lot of resistance to that because I didn't think I was a dancer, had any talent for dancing. And then there was a certain time, I was in graduate school. I think this is right around the time that discos started to become big, and this one girl, she used to always try to get me to go to discos and to party and dance, and so she a little bit started dragging me outside, and I always liked to dance, and I discovered that a lot of people thought that I could dance good. The piece I'm working on now, right now, is tentatively, I think it probably actually will be titled Little Willie John. Little Willie John was an R&B singer from the 50s and 60s. One night he got drunk and he killed somebody. I guess he died about 6, 7 years later in a state penitentiary. And so a little bit, I like the sound of his name, and probably a little bit of his story, is connected to a lot of what, a lot of black people have to go through or deal with at some point. Crime, being in prison, drinking, and so it's a little bit about these times, you can kind of call it like the life and times of Little Willie John, the 50s and 60s, I guess, when black people were a little bit like waking up. And then on the other side, I'm not quite sure what it's about, also I'm still in the process of making it. I think this is the idea I started off with, and I guess Little Willie John is kind of a black everyman. think like that's why I dance, because I feel it makes me me. You know, it makes me be me, makes me express me. It makes me. It's who I am.